This is verse 46 of the 12th chapter of the Gospel of John, in which Jesus is making increasingly extravagant claims concerning himself. Of course, he's just pointed out in the preceding statements that he who believes in Christ is not believing simply in Christ, but in the one who sent him, referring to God above. In addition to that, indicating that the one who sees Christ is seeing the one who sent him, that is, seeing the Father, as if to say, if you look at me, if you see me, you see the Father. Rather sweeping descriptions, of course, and it's the kind of thing that we would ordinarily hear someone say something like that and dismiss them as a lunatic, but in the case of Christ, he has persuaded literally millions of people down through history of the truth of what he's saying. And if what he's saying is true, then this verse before us now gives the explanation. When he says ego, we get ego from this, of course. It's the word for I, first person singular, I, nominative, I, phos. And of course, this is the word for light, photograph, photography. All of those words, of course, come from this Greek word phos. So I, light. And then ace, preposition with the accusative, means into. So here you have the accusative tone, the accusative masculine singular article, the, and then kosmon from kosmos means world. And this is the accusative singular of this. So I, light, into the world. And then alelutha. Alelutha from erchomai, I come. This is the first person singular, perfect active indicative. So I have come and continue to be. It's the force of the perfect here. So I, light, into the world, have come. I've come into the world as the light of the world. Statement that, of course, we've heard before in John's Gospel. And then Jesus gives the purpose statement in order that, hina, which will ordinarily take the subjunctive. We have the subjunctive down here. Mene, this is the third person singular aorist active subjunctive. From meno, I remain, in order that it may remain is the idea. And then, of course, the intervening phrase here gives us the significance of it. So in order that pas, from pas, pasa, pan, means all or every. When it's in the singular, it usually means every. So every, and then ho, the nominative singular masculine article, every or all, the, and then pistuon, from pistuo, I believe. This is the present active participle, masculine, singular, nominative, going along with the article. So every, the believing, ace, preposition, same as before, me, into me, in the accusative, again, the first person accusative form of the personal pronoun. So every, the believing in me, one, in, preposition, takes the dative, te, the dative singular, feminine article, in the, and then scotia, the word for darkness, the feminine form of it. It can come either in the feminine or in the neuter, but here it's in the darkness, may, the negation of a non-indicative mood, mene, may not remain. So I have come into the world, I come and remain in the world, in order that everyone who believes in me in the darkness may not remain. This is the whole idea that if a person believes in Christ, then there are lights that come on, of course. There's a new perspective on things, and that probably is the explanation for why Jesus said in the preceding verse that if you behold Christ, you behold God, you behold that far greater reality. But the only way to behold, the only way to really appreciate and understand who God is to see him through this visible expression of God among us, which is Christ himself.